Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to see how to add a tab bar icon right at the center of this tab bar. So continue watching this video to see the implementation and hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay guys, so let's start by creating a new screen called add recipe. So I will create a new screen called add and we'll copy a bunch of stuff from here and let's change it to add recipe. Let's change this as well to add recipe. Cool. So now we have our add recipe screen. Let's go ahead and open the app.js and add this to the navigation, the tab navigation. So in order to do that, I'll copy this one and let's change this to add recipe. Okay, so now we can see that we have add recipe here and it is taking me to the add recipe screen. So this is cool. Now let's go ahead and style this. So in order to style this, I'll just refactor some of the things here. So one thing we need, I'll refactor here is I'll try to move this screen option to the individual screen so we don't have to do this if and else every time. So we can get rid of this and probably add it to the options. So what I'll do is like we can have options like this here, and in the options you can add the icon here. So it will be tab bar icon, and obviously you can deconstruct the color and size here. Let's do that and then return the home icon. Okay, now you can see the home icon is there, but we need to add the fill. So the color is there. One thing we need to change is the width and change it to size, and the height also will change it to size. Now we can see that we have a proper height and width of the home icon. So same thing we are going to do there as well. So first let's go ahead and remove the screen options here. So probably you can get focused as well. So what I can do here is like, let's go ahead and you can add focus here as well, but I don't think so I'll be using that. Just in order to just know that the focused prop is there, let's go ahead and add it there. And let's add the same thing here as well. So what I'll do here is like, let's copy this whole thing. Okay, and let's go ahead and rename this to profile icon. Okay, now you can see everything is working properly. We just refactored and moved the things to their individual screens. Let's go ahead and add the style the add recipe. So in order to style this add recipe, first I'll go ahead and create a component called, let's call it add recipe button. And in add recipe button, what I'm going to do here is like, let's create import React, and then let's also import the style components, and then I'll make a container. And let's change the height to 64 and width also to 64. And let's have a border radius. So we can, in order to make something round, we can give a border radius to half of the height and width, which is 32 here. So anything above 32 will be good enough. Let's give it 32. And we'll also, okay, let's add a background color and let's keep it red for now. And then I'll create a function and call it add a recipe button. Let's return this container. So, and export this one and recipe. Okay, and now we can use that add recipe button here. So let's go ahead and have the same options. And now we just need to change this home icon to so we'll change this to add recipe button. Okay, let's go ahead and define it. Not define, let's go ahead and define this one. So let's go ahead and recipe button and import it from component slash. Okay, so now you can see that we have a big circle right in the middle. And let's get off this label here. So in order to get rid of the label, you just need to add a option called tab bar label, and you can assign it to an empty string. And now it has gone. So that is cool. Let's go ahead and style our recipe button. So in order to style the recipe button, I'll have a container and then we'll have another container here. So let's go ahead and add an icon first, which is so let's add it. Okay, and let's go ahead and import that here. Import and icon from asset slash svg slash add.svg. Okay, so this is where we need to add the icon. So what I'll do here is to add icon here. Okay, now we can see that there is the add icon which is in black. So let's go ahead and change the height, this height to be let's change this height to 36 and also width to be 36. Now you can see that it is a big button. What I'll do here is, in order to center it, let's justify the content to center, and we can also align items to center. So now it has been aligned horizontally and vertically, and we'll change the fill to white. So now we can see that We have a red button with this plus icon, but we need another circle inside this one. So what I'll do here is let's make a inner container and change this height width to 50. Since the color is red, this will not show any effect. Let's change it to white, or rather keep this red and change the outer container to white. So now we can have a nice wrapping here. So you can see that we have wrapped our button here. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some shadow to it. So in order to add shadow, we need to add elevation. Adjust, add the elevation 20. So elevation will work only on Android. I think in iOS you need to add some other things as well. So I'll just keep the scope to Android for now. Okay, it is pretty much simple to add the elevation to iOS as well. Okay, so now the problem here is that the shadow is also showing up on the tab bar. So this we need to hide. So what I'll do is I'll create a hack here, and let's create a hidden box. So let's create a hidden box of height 50 pixels and width. Let's keep it 100. Okay, and let's give it a green color now. Okay, let's go ahead and put it inside this one, hidden box. Okay, so instead of this we need to give a background color. Okay, so now you can see there's a button here, and then there is another button down. So what you need to change is, like, we need to change this. So let's change this position to absolute. Okay, and now change the bottom to, so it will stick to the bottom now. So you can see now it is sticking to the bottom. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and add change the color back to white. So now you can see on this we have changed it successfully to white now. So let's change this to 49. Okay, I think we need to reduce it 1 pixel more. Okay, now I think we have the hidden box perfectly aligned with the background tab bar, and now you can see that we have a nice shadow going on around the button, center button as well. Okay, and obviously you can pass the prop like focused also, so that when it is active you can change the color here. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.